Welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport. So we're continuing on with the Velocity Tour in the Lamborghini LMDh Championship. So yeah, let's get on to the third race in this championship, which is at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for 6 laps. So yeah, really do like this circuit. It's a good speedy one, but it's got some complex cornering to it as well. So yeah, it's overall a really rather fun track, or at least it has been in the past. Whether or not it's going to be this time around, we'll have to see.
The Grand Prix circuit has long straights and technical twisting sections.
Right, so let's take a look at the series standings first. So as you can see, we are currently in second position overall, 3 points ahead of third and 6 points behind first. So still everything to play for with this championship. Could go either way in terms of us winning it or just holding on to a podium position. Hopefully it is the former. So yeah, let's dip out, get rid of some fuel even. Let's go down to, no, I was going to say let's go down to 20%, but that only just puts us in 6 laps, and you always need a bit of a contingency in terms of fuel just in case something does go wrong, or you end up using more revs or power than you actually need by spinning out or going off-road by accident. So we get a rolling start, so wasting any fuel on revs. Revving the engine even on the start line. Keep out of the way of everyone. Oh dear. Right across my left fender there. Yeah, braking at a point that you don't really need to. You can pretty much go through that chicane flat without any real letting off. Certainly not hard braking. Made up 4 places so far. Make that 5. Can we make it 6 just before the finish line? Not quite. 6 regardless now. Sounding a little bit on the loud side for me. Could just potentially be the car, but we'll dip it down a little bit just in case. Sounds a little bit more reasonable, I feel. Come on, let's catch the top 5. Certainly close the gap on 5th place, and continues to do so on the straight. It's like 5th, 4th and 3rd are getting a bit tangled up together there. Therefore slowing them down and helping us gain on them, which is always good. Don't know what that guy was braking for there. Luckily it's recognised the fact that they braked unexpectedly and I had nowhere to go. Swiftly puts us into 4th. Oh dear. Complete loss of grip on the rear end there. Might have been going across those bumps a little bit too harshly. And I've got to remember to pause and unpause to get the sound back to the level it was. Still a glitch that we're dealing with even long after the launch. Gained a whole heap of time there on 3rd.
3 to go.
I feel like we do have the handling, but maybe not quite the top end speed. Certainly have the advantage in bravery, given the AI do not like going for that chicane flat out. Position. Preferably need 1st place though to gain on the 1st place position in the championship overall. This is a good run. I'm glad Indianapolis is proving competitive, but also to be successful. Don't know why you brake there. Why did you brake there? Slowed me down. Didn't help myself either. Regardless, there we are into 2nd. So yeah, we're currently matching our position in the championship overall, which is always a good thing. It means you're very unlikely to be moving down any positions. How much 3rd place slipped behind through that chicane. They really do not like going through there flat out. So a big weakness I find with AI on this game is when it comes to corners like that, yeah, you might need some braking, maybe a little bit of a lift off on the throttle, but they don't have that, or they don't seem to have that quite finesse to you know, properly gauge it. It seems like it's either on or off and no in between. It's the same with the likes of Watkins Glen when that chicane, I'm not sure if you can call it actually a chicane, but it is, you know, those 2 corners that come up quite quickly on one another, and yeah, I don't seem to deal with that very well either.
Last lap.
Can we get to 1st in this final lap? If this one was a little bit braver through the chicane and such. Yes, he is. It's a surprise. It's not an advantage we're going to have over them. Particularly well for that corner. Go through that one. Oh, yeah. Just about lost out there. But oh well, 2nd place is still pretty good, and yeah, we were pretty much neck and neck for a large portion of that race between whoever we were trying to get over, get ahead of. that makes it a fun race at the end of the day, and a competitive one, even if it's not given us the first place position we would have desired. But yeah, that still means that we've really closed that gap on first place, who did not come in a good position in that race at Indianapolis there. So yeah, we're now only 1 point in it between me and first. They were 5 points behind us in that prior race. So yeah, really is everything to play for in this final race. Yeah, and third place is far behind now in 11 points. So yeah, it's literally a toss-up between me and first place. So let's get into the fourth race and see if we can snatch that championship win. Right, we're at Road Atlanta, the full circuit for 7 laps. So even though this is one of my favourite racetracks, it's not one that we've had much success on in the past. Has been a little bit hit or miss, but yeah, hopefully it's a hit this time round. So we'll whack our fuel down. Try and get as much weight out of the car. Not that it's obviously a heavy car to start with, but the faster you go in these vehicles, obviously the more weight they become due to the addition of downforce. So any savings you can make on fuel will be advantageous. So it's already gone off. Oh dear, well, braking there. This is another corner that, yeah, not particularly great through. As is this one. Why are we braking so heavily in cars that have downforce and grip in spades? It's given first place a massive lead already. We are doing, but not by a massive amount. Incremental at best, to be fair. We've outbraked ourselves completely there. We'll get the sound back in a second, just aiming for a bit that is on the straighter side of things. Really see the bumps in this track with cars like this. Oh, we went in way too much there. Either that or way too much onto the curbs. Maybe a mix of both. Yeah, definitely the speed. I do find racing cars like this hard to judge, to be honest, because sometimes I feel like I'm going too slow, sometimes I feel like I'm going too fast. So again, trying to get that happy medium, which I think we got there. So let's get the sound back. It's not getting to grips with this car and this track. I always say that I really like this track, but it's all very dependent on the vehicle itself. A car like this, high rates of speed with many a bump, is just not the easiest of things to get used to. Massive mountain to climb now in only a few more laps. third. Much better through that corner though. First place have extended their lead even further now, and we're again failing to get the corner on the right track. Always said I'm not the best with racing cars, and this is proving it. Like they really do feel every bump. I've never known Road Atlanta to be this bumpy, and yet this car is finding large crevasses to crash around in. Just can't get that chicane right, because you have to be so sensitive with the controller to not upset the car with its suspension that is it's just jumping all over the place. Hope this is coming across, because it's really difficult to drive at times, this car. Doesn't help, you have to pause and take the sound back. And obviously it is a car that at the end of the day is reliant on its downforce to provide most of its handling. That is evident in corners like that, where you're going slower than the car likes, because you're no longer providing that speed to generate enough air over the bodywork. We have gained massively, even though we have been a little bit scrappy. As you can see, we're more than 4 seconds closer to first than we were originally. We are making progress. It doesn't feel very satisfying. the car's acting like that. Apologise for all the rewinds and the constant pauses. That's going to be a penalty. Yeah. Justified. I was getting a little bit impatient there to get past. It's complete wrong end. I feel like this chicane should be a little bit further to the left maybe and then turn in. Yeah, that felt a little bit better. Can we all get the sound back? Yes. Second one I'm not. See, they're handling the bumps better than I am, clearly. Because they're going over the exact same bit. Markings that I am, and yet they're not getting us unsettled. It's the most frustrating of races, this. Should be able to get past them this time round. Break ourselves, god damn it. Right. Finally into a top 5 position, but feels like too late to be honest.
One more lap.
Whether or not this 5th place position is enough depends on where first place in the championship overall has positioned themselves. If they are ahead of us, then we're not going to get into first place, but if they are only a couple of positions behind, then we will clinch that first place, but I'm doubtful because there is obviously 3rd and 2nd that we are not seeing who is there. Sorry, this was a little bit of a frustrating race, nowhere near as satisfying as Indianapolis was, and obviously nowhere near as good as the result on top of that. Yep, we've lost. Yeah, decidedly Quaid or 2nd place or whatever. Yeah. If we'd have come 2nd, then we would have, or at least 1 position ahead of them, so, 2nd if they, and they will be in 3rd, then we would have clinched that, but fortunately, we have not. They've in fact come the same place that we came, and we've come in the same place that they came in the last race, so those 5 points that we made up have completely been washed away by this race. So yeah, bit unfortunate there. Again, Road Atlanta, I do really rather enjoy the track, but it really does come down to the car whether or not I'm any good at it or not. And yeah, with that car, the suspension was just not playing ball for a large portions of that. It was just completely all over the place, and maybe that's the track, maybe that's the way the suspension has been set up. Maybe you could tune it to not perform like that, but I'm not really into tuning. I don't really have the time or the understanding of it, so therefore it's just completely out my realm of knowledge. So yeah, but it just was just completely uncontrollable in certain corners, and yeah, when your car's bouncing in the air, surprisingly enough, you don't have much in the way of control in terms of braking or steering, and yeah, that just makes the car unpredictable in certain corners, and therefore when a car is unpredictable, you really aren't confident enough to be able to use it as much as it can be used, and therefore you're going to fall behind because you're just not using the car to its fullest potential. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but still, second place overall is solid. I expected worse, to be honest, considering how useless I am when it comes to using racing cars. But yeah, it's a solid start to the Velocity Tour. I just would have liked a win considering how close it was in points wise after that third race. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you with the next one. Bye.